All right, step number one is obviously I need to do some research and find which books I'm actually going to be reading. So I found this list on Penguin Random House, and the first one that caught my eye is Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. So added it to the list. And then of course I had This Might Hurt by Stephanie Wrobel already on my TBR, so that made sense to pick up. Already read The Midnight Library, so I think I'm going to go with Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus because that's been really popular this year. So those are the books we're going to be reading in today's vlog. Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. I have a very exciting video for you today. I'm going to be reading like an Aquarius because it's my birthday month, y'all. And I'm just very excited about this video because I've been wanting to do it for years. I've seen other creators do it and I've just never had the time to like make it work, but we're making it work this year. So I scoured the internet for a whole bunch of different lists, various sources, but my goal was to find one list that had like 3 to 4 books on it that I wanted to read, that I was like genuinely interested in, rather than like stepping too far outside my comfort zone. I mean, I'm treating myself, you know, it's my birthday. So I found a list on Penguin Random House that had 3 books that I was really interested in, and I'm going to be reading those in this vlog. So as I said, the books that I'm going to be reading in this vlog are Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. This will be the second book I'm reading by this author. I've read Station 11 previously. Didn't like the story, but I don't know if it was the writing or the story. So now that I'm going to be reading another book by them, I'm really excited to see how I feel about this one. I don't know like too much. I know it has like different time periods and stuff, but it says a virtuoso performance that is as human and tender as it is intellectually playful. Sea of Tranquility is a novel of time travel and metaphysics that precisely captures the reality of our current moment. So I'm looking forward to this one. Next up is This Might Hurt by Stephanie Wrobel. And this is a book that I was really anticipating, but a lot of people picked it up before I had a chance to, and I wasn't hearing the best reviews, honestly. This is kind of like a cultish book about 2 sisters. One that has like this really important job, but then the other sister goes to this like 6-month program at this place called, I believe, Wildwood, and then she doesn't come home and the sister can't reach her, so she like goes there to try to find her, and crazy things happen. So I'm really looking forward to this, even though I haven't heard the best things. Hopefully I'm gonna break the norm and I'm gonna love it. And the final book on this Read Like an Aquarius TBR is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. This was the Barnes & Noble Book of the Year for 2022. It was also on the Goodreads Choice Award, and I really don't know like too much about the plot other than it follows a woman named Elizabeth Zott in the 1960s as she is breaking the norm for women. She's shattering glass ceilings and all of that jazz, but I think she's like a chemist. Friends, I thought I was starting with Sea of Tranquility, but I'm actually starting with This Might Hurt by Stephanie Wrobel. I read the epilogue, the little start to like part 1. It had like a little paragraph, and then I read the first chapter, which is Natalie's point of view, January 6, 2020. And I have to say, I'm immediately intrigued. So yes, totally intrigued in it. It opened with a bang. I like Natalie. I like her POV. There is a fun map. There's this fun map. So I did a little bit of studying of the map. On page 11, it explains like why Kit went to Wisewood. So it says, Kit went to Wisewood 6 months ago. My sister didn't tell me much before she left. She just called last July to explain she'd found this self-improvement program on an island in Maine. The courses are 6 months. During that time, you aren't supposed to contact family or friends because inward focus is the goal. And oh, by the way, she had already signed up and was leaving for Maine the following week, so she wouldn't be able to call or text me for a while. And then it went on to like why Natalie was discouraged by this and a little bit worried. And then, so they're having like a conversation like during that phone call, and Kit goes, why don't you worry about yourself for once, Natalie? She never calls me that, so I knew she was furious. Why can't you be happy for me? I couldn't be happy for her because I knew exactly how this would end. Kit, disillusioned with Wisewood, would be stranded on the island begging me to save her. My sister needs rescuing more often than most people. Last year, she called me sobbing over a scarf she misplaced. I found it an hour later in her closet. On the other hand, she's known to get in hot water on occasion. She once found herself stuck in the desert after her loser guitarist boyfriend dumped her in the middle of his tour, which she had dropped out of college to follow him on. Another time, a misunderstanding with her best friend ended up me picking both of them up from the police station. My sister doesn't want me to hover until the exact moment she needs me, and then she expects me to drop everything until I save her. So it shows you the reservations that Natalie was having during this initial phone conversation with Kit before she even went. And then, of course, something happens where Natalie receives this note and she calls this number, and it's like the classic, it just sounds like a classic cultish line. And after reading Cultish, the language book by Amanda Montell, this is what the person on the phone said. Perhaps your sister needs less interference with her happiness. You have a maximized day now. I was just like, oh, it's so culty. It's so culty. So anyway, I'm really enjoying it so far. I hope I continue to enjoy it. The writing is easy to get into. I'm immediately intrigued by the story and the characters and all of that. So I'm having a good time with it already, and I'm going into chapter 2. Some packages in the mail. So I did already open them and see what they were, because I did order some Valentine's things for my husband and something for me for a secret project. But I got the inheritance game, which I'm so excited because I love games and books. So I needed to add this, especially a lot of people were reading this for the New Year New Reads readathon that I did in January with Gabby, Summer, and Keisha. And a lot of people in my Patreon were reading this, and they said that they think I would like it. But this note says, happy early birthday. I loved this book and I hope you do too. Enjoy your gift from Michelle at Books and Lemonade. So thank you so much, Michelle. I'm very, very excited to dive into this book. And if I enjoy this one, I definitely plan to continue in the series. This is a young adult novel, but I've heard that it doesn't read like one. Secret passages, elaborate riddles, billions at stake. I mean, I'm so excited. So thank you so much, Michelle. And then actually the first gift that I received for my birthday was from my friend Jessie, of course. She sent me The Quiet Retreat by Kirsten Modglin, which I am extra excited about because I just interviewed her for my podcast and we were talking about different books of hers. I really want to get The Family Secret, and then there's another one on my list too that are like her favorites that she's ever written. But this one I'm really excited about. It kind of reminds me of The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. So I'm thinking about doing a vlog where I read that book and this book. Jessie's note says, happy birthday, bestie. I'm so happy to have a friend like you, and I hope you have a day just as beautiful as you are. This is only book 1 of 2. The other has been pre-ordered and she didn't see it on my wish list. But I finally got her to spill the tea and she ordered me Riley Sager's new book, and I'm so excited. It comes out on June 20th. And so she's actually pre-ordered me 2 books for this year. She pre-ordered me 1 for Christmas. She pre-ordered me 1 for my birthday. So I'm going to be getting presents from Jessie all year long, and I just couldn't be more excited. Update time on This Might Hurt. I'm currently here, chapter 20, page 165, and I'm still enjoying it, but slightly less than I was before. I have figured out how the middle part of the story, like the in-between chapters parts, go with the main part of the story, and it makes a lot of sense. It's just kind of interesting. I'm wondering what the end game is. You know, that's the whole part. So now that I kind of have my head wrapped around the whole entire story, I know Natalie's part, I know Kit's part, I know the in-between part. I'm wondering what the end game is. Like, where are we headed now? It is a chaotic time in my household. It's almost dinner time. My husband's about to get off work. Charlie's barking her head off because people are arriving home. The mailman's going about. It's chaotic here, but I wanted to update you because I finished This Might Hurt by Stephanie Wrobel. But I sat outside for like a good bit this afternoon and read like probably about the last 50% of this book. And I'm kind of mixed on my feelings. I haven't written my review yet, and I always like to write my review and get all my thoughts down on paper, and then I feel like I have a more accurate star rating. But I liked this. I really liked this. I liked the writing, I liked the atmosphere, I liked the characters, I like that we got different POVs. One of the critiques that I saw that people were like, I forgot there were multiple narrators. And I'm like, how? I don't know, it's very clearly marked that there's multiple narrators throughout. And then there is this mysterious third POV that you're getting. Or is it? You know, you don't really know. But you very clearly get these little parts right here. Then you get parts like this. And then you get parts like Natalie. So you're very clearly in Natalie's head. And then you'll get one that says like Kit. So, it was very clear to me which POV I was in. Maybe because I just came off of a book where it was really confusing. This was not confusing at all. Does it do anything different than other cult books do? Other fictionalized cult books? Not really. Not really. You have two sisters, one goes into the cult, the other one is going after to save the sister. You have someone that starts looking up to a cult leader, becomes like obsessed with them. Not a wow with the basic like plot, but I will say that the other interwoven like chapters are what makes it different, what makes this book shine. And I can't like say or go into details about that, but it was really atmospheric. I liked the writing, I liked the characters, and the ending was so interesting. Not what I saw coming. I'm gonna go ahead and say it has a little bit of an ambiguous ending. So if you, I mean, I think I know what happens, but like the book doesn't tell you, it doesn't lay it out in black and white. It doesn't tell you exactly what happens, but you can infer by the stuff that you read what's going on. I just thought it was really interesting and very like twisty and dark. I never wanted to put it down, but it's not like a fast-paced read, but it's not like a slow-paced read either, because I was thoroughly interested and engaged and intrigued that I just kept wanting to read. But I could see why people wouldn't be. You know, there's no like wow moment. There's no like build up. It's all just like, I was on the edge of my seat kind of like the entire time. So I think I'm gonna rate it 4 out of 5 stars. So we're starting off with a banger. Like, I almost wanted to give it 5 stars, but I think it needed to be a little bit darker, a little bit faster paced, and yeah, that's pretty much it. A little bit darker and a little bit faster paced. I'm only 4 chapters in lessons in chemistry, and I'm loving it so much. It's so cute. I hope it continues. I really do. I like Elizabeth's spunky personality, and I like how it's setting up the story, kind of like going back to the beginning, and I'm just loving it. Hello, friends. I have been sitting outside because it is 70 degrees and it is beautiful out here. It's got a nice breeze, but I've been reading, of course, and I'm not quite 100 pages in. Still loving the story, like loving Elizabeth Zott, loving Calvin, loving the progression, loving the writing, the pacing, and then something tragic happened that I was not prepared for. Like, not prepared. Yeah, I had to go back and read it twice. Hello. I'm not happy right now. Like, I'm literally getting a tan, but I got some packages. I got 3 packages, 2 smaller packages, and then this big one from Keisha. From A Book Like You, and she wants me to FaceTime her, so I'm gonna message her right now so I can open that with her, but I figured we'll open up these other ones while we're waiting to hear back from her. Alright, so first one, I always try to dig for the note first. Happy birthday, Gwen. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you virtually. Hope this new year is amazing. Thank you so much, Sandra. I actually have so much in common with you. Like, when we were doing the like get to know me post, I was like, we have a lot in common. But let's see. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh! Ah! Sandra! Oh my gosh, you guys. This is the second book in the Love Light Farms like series or whatever. And this is Beckett and Evelyn. Yes, Evelyn St. James. Okay, first of all, this cover is everything, and the spine, like this aesthetic. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am so excited about this. Thank you so much. I cannot stop staring at it. Look at the vine tattoo on his arm. Look at the vine tattoo. Oh my gosh. You guys, look at it. Yay. Thank you so much, Sandra. I literally, I want to ditch my TBR now. Smashed box. It's smashed. So I'm sorry whoever sent this, but Amazon was not kind to your package. And I'm opening it up upside down. I saw the back of the book. It's blue. That's all I know. All right, come on. Okay, I got it. Note first. Angel, happy birthday. This cozy sounds so good. It's on my TBR too. I've heard great things. Hope you enjoy, from Angel. Oh my gosh, let's see what it is. Smile Beach Murder. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. So excited to have this cozy, because literally this takes place in the Outer Banks, and I go to Outer Banks in the summer, so it's like an area that I'm very familiar with, and I'm just so excited about this. And I searched for this like long and hard in bookstores, and I could never find it. I'm looking forward to it. I really want to read this summer. I think it would just be the perfect time to read it, since that's usually when I go to the Outer Banks. I am so excited. Thank you so much, Angel. And now I'm just waiting on Keisha. Of course, she's not available. I'm gonna open the box though. She's gonna think I peeked, but I'm not. You're the judge. All right. Maybe I won't open it up all the way. I'll just open it up a little bit of the way, like that. And on this side. Okay, good. I can just rip it from there. So now I'm just waiting on Keisha. Yes, this is my floor, because not only did she send me presents, but she sent my dog presents. And Charlie is obsessed with her new toys. She got a set of 4 of these Nerf squeaky like tennis balls. Hold on. And she's obsessed with them. She also got these. I guess this is like a peanut or a bone, or I don't know. Keisha said it's a peanut. I was like, it's kind of bone shaped though. So I don't know, but Charlie likes it. And then she got this guy. So super cute for Charlie. I Marco Polo'd Keisha so she could see Charlie opening everything. And it literally was giving me life. And then she sent me 3 books and a wine mug and a big thing of gum. Gum is the Ice Cube's Spearmint, and only Keisha would know that. I chew gum all the time. I have a piece in my mouth right now, and this is great because I can refill my container in my car and my desk. So this is perfect. And then also, oh, so she sent a little card as well. And I don't want to, it's kind of personal. Well, it's not personal. I want to keep it for me. But her handwriting is so good. And like, it's so interesting. As soon as I opened it up, I was like, oh, I've never seen your handwriting before. So that was my first time seeing her handwriting. And she has really great handwriting, you guys. So she gave me the card, she gave me the gum, she gave me this wine glass, which says, I'll drink to that, and it has an owl on it. There, it's kind of hard to see. There we go. I'll drink to that. And of course, the owls for the night owls. And she's like, it should probably come with a lid. She's being mean. No, because remember, I spilled my wine. And then the 3 books that she sent me, I'm literally so excited about. So she had notes on them, like on all the things. Just a little something extra that I know you like, which is the gum. This should have probably come with a lid. It was for the wine glass. And then, okay, so for the books, one you must read, Buried in a Good Book by 𝒕𝒏𝒏𝒅, which is her favorite cozy mystery book that she's ever read. So I'm very excited to read this. I love the cover. It's like this, I don't know, it's good material. But I have this one. And then it said, one for you to continue. And she drew a little camper, and I did not even pick up on that. So she's good. But Motorhomes, Maps, and Murders, this is, I believe, the 5th book in the Campers and Criminals Cozy Mystery series, and this is one that I'm actually like continuously picking up new books and keeping up with the series. One you may have forgotten about, and it had a little ghost, and I was like, okay, it's probably something spooky middle grade, but I did completely forget that she read Spirit Hunters by Ellen O, and she was gonna unhaul it, and she saved it for me. So it means so much. So Keisha sent me all of these, and the wine glass, and the gum, and all of this stuff for Charlie. Charlie, what you got? Charlie, did you like your presents? Did you like your presents? Did you? Yes, she loved her presents. Thank you so much, Keisha. You're the best. I'm so glad that I was able to open it and share all of that with you. Lessons in Chemistry. I read 100 more pages this afternoon. So I'm currently on page 241, chapter 28. And I'm still enjoying the story. I'm still enjoying the writing. But it's hard to talk about. Like, I know a lot of you guys are waiting for my thoughts on this book. A lot of my friends have like privately messaged me and said, I really want to hear your thoughts on this book, and if you think that I would like it and I should add it to my TBR. And it's so hard to say like who this book is marketed to. It's just this feminist tale about Elizabeth Zott breaking the norm and like saying, you know, like standing up for herself and being like, no, that doesn't seem right, or no, that's not right. So this is the self-care book for Aquarius, which that's why we're here. And it's just like a little handheld book, you know? I'm trying to be better at self-care this year. Physical self-care, emotional self-care, social self-care, mental, spiritual, practical, and the benefits. So that's all nice if you weren't aware of the benefits. Like increased compassion, reconnecting with yourself, rejuvenating your immune system. Ooh, an exotic food club. Go cloud watching. Clear your mind with meditation. Use writing prompts. Cleanse your home by smudging. Try the camel pose. Feed the birds. Enjoy some green tea. Learn about the weather. Recite a mantra. Grow purifying houseplants. Take yourself to the movies. Carry an aquamarine stone with you. Host a game night, which I'm actually going to be doing very soon. Dye your hair a crazy color. Not happening. Hang out in a hammock. I love hammocks. Visit a psychic. Make art at midnight. Oh my gosh. Yes, you need your sleep, and it's important to rest when you feel tired. But Aquarius's super active mind can also be plagued by insomnia every once in a while. That is me. When those bouts hit, experts advise that you get out of bed and do a soothing activity to calm your racing thoughts. I love that. That is literally me, y'all. Be weird. That's also me. Clear space in your home. Analyze your handwriting. Go on a weekly hike. Travel the world. Try acupuncture. Protect your ankles. Yes. Listen to conversation around you. Consider alternatives to traditional therapy. Visit some butterflies. Subscribe to new podcasts, which I do think I do. As someone that has their own podcast, I definitely am always like scoping out others. So this is super fun. I definitely recommend you get one for you. It will give you different like date night activities. Like I could see myself doing some of these with my husband. but it's also more about like you, for you, you know? So get you and your husbands, and then you switch off like every other weekend or whatever of like activities to do. So listen to electronic music, keep communication open, head to the swimming pool. Just finished lessons in chemistry. I'm gonna sit on my thoughts so I can properly like bullet point like my thoughts about it, and I'm gonna write my review, and then I'll give you my final cohesive, hopefully, review. But I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars because I really did enjoy it, and I really liked the character of Elizabeth. She seems, she's not unlikable, but she's not really likable either. I wanted to wrap up lessons in chemistry before moving on to Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, which is our last book for this reading vlog. But lessons in chemistry, like I was saying in my review, I'm so glad this book is finding its audience because I'm gonna have a hard time recommending it to people. If you like character-driven stories about strong female characters, but there's not really a plot, I mean, then this is the book for you. She's very like no nonsense, and I wouldn't say she's likable, but she's not unlikable either. She just is who she says she is. There's also a dog in the story named 𝒐𝒏𝒏𝒅 that is unlike any dog you've probably ever read about. And the dog reminds me so much of Elizabeth in a way. So she's absolutely fearless. She is like never one to be intimidated or change her mind about what's right. And she's trying to change the mind of others and stand up for what she believes in and what, you know, she wants. So you basically, there's like 3 major parts to the story. You have her part at this Hastings Research Institute, which is like at the beginning. And then you have her time being a single mother, which is another part. And then you have her time in the cooking show, which is towards the end. But that's really it. You're just following her life and how she's dealing with the misogyny of the 50s and 60s. And I think this is gonna make a great show. The supporting characters, well, I should say the side characters, are gonna make great supporting actors and actresses. Yeah, so that's all I can really say. There's no real plot. There's not a likable or unlikable character. It just kind of is what it is. So I'm really sorry if that doesn't help you. I stayed for the writing, honestly. I was searching for a plot kind of the entire time. I was wondering when the cooking show would kick in, since that's mentioned in the synopsis, but it isn't until page 200 that she really starts the cooking show. Again, it's really about Elizabeth and her life being a woman in the 50s and 60s. That's all I can say. I'm so sorry. Go to other people for more in-depth reviews. All right, friends, I've been reading for a little while. I started the Sea of Tranquility and I'm about this far in, which is not very far. And to be completely honest, I don't like Emily St. John Mandel's writing. Didn't like it in Station 11, don't like it in here, but I'm gonna keep pushing because I'm hoping that the story starts like piecing itself together. But one thing I have been asked is, how do I keep a character list? And I've said it before and I'll say it again, every character list, the method that I use, I don't use the same method every single time. So it's a little annoying because I don't have like a standard way that I do it. It depends what I'm reading the book for. Am I reading it to do a book discussion? Am I reading it for my podcast? Am I doing it for a buddy read? Am I reading it just for my own enjoyment? Like, what am I reading the book for? In this case, I would say I'm reading it for my own enjoyment. So no one needs to understand my notes. I don't need to share my notes with anybody. So as long as I understand my notes, I'm okay. But I just want to say, I've been taking lots of character notes in this long character list. So it basically starts this one. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth character list. And basically what I did is on the very first part is it, and I didn't know I was going to keep a character list yet. I'll tell you when I knew. So we have Edwin St. John St. Andrew. That's the name of the guy, 18 years old. And then this is his thing. And then it says Edwin's ancestors include William the Conqueror. And then on the next page, it talks about his older brother and his younger brother. And then we start chapter 2. And then on this place, we have Miss Donnelly. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting a lot of characters. Let me keep a character list. So I wrote Edwin St. John St. Andrew, 18 years old. What time period? So this is the 1912. Ancestors, William the Conqueror. Gilbert, older brother. However you say this name for his younger, like middle brother. And then Miss Donnelly. And then every single person that's mentioned, what I do in the text is in pencil, I'm underlining the names. So here was my first character. Here was my second character. Here was another one. You can see where I've underlined the names right here. Miss Connolly, Miss Donnelly, and then Laisha Russell, and then Reginald right down here. So I just underline their name and then I write their name on here and do like a fun little fact. So like for Laisha Russell, that's Miss Donnelly's friend and she teaches Edwin to paint. Reginald, he's 2 years older than Edwin, so I put 20 years old and he met him at the boarding house. And then Thomas is this friend of his brother, so I wrote it's the Niall's friend, school friend, and then John Barrett, Clara, Andrews. So I'm just literally, as I'm going through the text, if I encounter a new character, I don't know if they're a major character, I don't know if they're a minor character. I would say that most of them are minor characters except for Edwin right now. And then I got to the second part, which is here, Marilla and Vincent in 2020. And so I put a little star because I figured those are going to be names, but I didn't write them yet. And then I read the first chapter and then we start with names and I just underlined them again and I started that over here. So here's the first name, second name, and so on. So that's how I've been keeping the character notes for this, just so I can keep them straight. But according to the dust jacket, we're gonna have Edwin St. Andrew as an important person, Olive Lewin, Gaspery Roberts, which I've already met, and those are the three main characters, it seems like, from the synopsis. and I've only met, I know a little bit more about Edwin. I only just met Gaspari and haven't even met Olive yet. So, so it's a lot of character notes for not that much reading, to be honest. Like, I've only read that much, but a lot of characters are being mentioned, and I don't want to like forget who they were because there are so many characters that are given names. So yeah, I am on page, what page am I on? 48. Hello friends, it's raining as you can see. So I finished Sea of Tranquility last night, and honestly, I didn't like it from the start. I don't like her writing. A lot of people say it's really like, it flows really well. They say it's almost like poetry, but I could not disagree more. I just don't like her writing. I don't like how she structures stories. I had the same problem with Station 11. It just doesn't flow cohesively to me. And I think that's going to be the last book that I pick up by Emily St. John Mandel, but I don't know, third time's a charm, so I don't know. I wanted to love Station 11, didn't. Wanted to love this and didn't. So basically the story is about time travel. There's different time travel, you follow different characters, and under those main sets of characters there's other like side minor characters. And I didn't know who was going to be important and who wasn't going to be important, so I ended up keeping an extensive character list. As I shared last night, there's 2 pages of characters. So it's not just like names, it's names, ages, and a little detail fact about them, and like what year they're from and stuff like that. So I never had like, I never thought about DNFing it because I wanted to see like, okay, how do all these timelines like weave together and stuff like that, because like what would be the point if they didn't? And I did like how they did. Like at the very end, chapter 12, I think it was like the last chapter. No, it was the second to last chapter. Yeah, it was on page 250 that it basically laid everything out, like what was going on. And I'm glad that it laid everything out in black and white, because honestly, I probably would have been totally confused had it not done that. But this is a completely me problem, because I looked it up on Goodreads last night. I was like, what are other readers thinking about this book? And this book has a 4.14 rating with 126,000 ratings. That's insane. That means that this book is amazing and I just don't get it. So there's my thoughts on Sea of Tranquility. But I did find 2 winners. Both of these got 4 stars from me, and I'm really happy that I read them. Like, this book I probably would have never picked up had it not been for this project, because I just never heard good reviews about it. So I'm here to spread the word that even if you've heard negative reviews, go into it, see if you like it for yourself. And then Lessons in Chemistry, I probably would not have picked up either, but for this list, and it also winning the Barnes & Noble Book of the Year with this beautiful blue sprayed pages is like the reason why I picked it up. So I picked up 2 books I wouldn't have, and then a book I was actually considering picking up that I ended up not liking. So there are the books that I read for the Read Like an Aquarius vlog. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comment section down below. But today is my birthday, and it was my goal to post this video on my birthday for the last few years, and it never happened. So here we are. Happy birthday to me. I made it happen. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a lovely day or night, and I'll see you guys again in another video very soon. Bye, friends.